My parents were strict Catholics. The only time outs my brothers and sisters and I got was the time we spent running away from our mom on Sundays until the time she caught us and dragged us to church. Mass attendance on Sundays was an unquestioned requirement, even though we questioned it every Sunday. Funny though that the church we went to was a progressive parish that had guitars, whole wheat bread for Eucharist, and a procession that featured middle-aged women wearing skin-tight leotards while waving scarves. Mass was always in the dreary basement of the school, because they could never raise enough money to build a real church. This dichotomy I was exposed to as a child is what's responsible for me turning into a Chreaster. You know, a Catholic that only goes to church on Christmas and Easter. Get it? Chreaster. Except I don't go to church on Christmas or Easter. It also gave me a greater appreciation for older churches that were built in a time when beauty was the primary goal. Beauty and being above ground. Old St. Patrick's Church in Chicago's West Loop is one of those old, above-ground churches. It was founded on Easter Sunday, 1846 by Irish immigrants. The original parish gathered in a wooden building. The parish served the influx of Irish laborers and families fleeing famine and seeking new opportunities. In the 1850s, the community raised funds to construct a more permanent home. Designed in a Romanesque style, the new building used durable yellow cream city brick from Milwaukee. The church was dedicated on Christmas Day, 1856. 15 years later, of course, was the Great Chicago Fire, which destroyed most of the city. Old St. Pat's just barely escaped destruction, spared by just a couple of blocks, and became one of the handful of structures to survive. So not even the Great Chicago Fire could get those Irish kids out of Mass that weekend. Enhancements continued over the decades. Octagonal spires, symbolizing the Eastern and Western churches, were added in 1885. And from 1912 to 1922, artist Thomas O'Shaughnessy transformed the interior in the Celtic Revival style. He created intricate designs, stunning stained glass windows, and rich ornamentation that still defines the space. In 1996, under the Old St. Patrick's Renaissance campaign, led by Father Jack Wall and architect Lawrence Booth, the church completed a $6.5 million renovation that added modern liturgical updates. I've only seen pictures of what it looked like before the renovation, and in my irrelevant opinion, because I'm not a parishioner nor a practicing Catholic, the restoration was not a level up. In fact, if I ever went to Sunday Mass there, it wouldn't surprise me if they had guitars, whole wheat bread for Eucharist, and middle-aged women in tight leotards dancing with scarves.